As you know, BurpSuite, a powerful cybersecurity tool used for web application security testing. It acts as an intercepting proxy, allowing testers to inspect, manipulate, and analyze HTTPS traffic between a browser and a web server. And in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use BurpSuite, or to be more specifically, how to set BurpSuite for your first time in your Kali machine or any Linux distro that you are using. And we are going to use Firefox web browser. You can use Chromium or anything. Let's get into the video. Well, once we are back, I want you to go ahead and fire up the web browser that you are going to use. In this case, we are going to use Firefox, and we are going to configure Firefox to BurpSuite. Now, while Firefox is opening up, I want you to think of one web server that you think or that you know you have permission to go and test to. Fire up any web server that you have permission, or your own web server or your own localhost server, okay? Now, to do that, I want you to go ahead and open anything. Okay, this is an example of a web server that you can have permission to go ahead and play around with. Though it's not mine, but I have consent to go ahead and play with this one, okay? Now, right now, I want you to go ahead and minimize this one, open your system files, and type in for BurpSuite really quickly. BurpSuite, the first thing that will open up, open that thing. It will take seconds to fire up BurpSuite, so be calm, and we'll be back when this thing is up. The first thing that I want you to check is this box right over here, temporary project in memory. Go ahead and click next if this one is already checked or already allowed. Now, I don't want you to go ahead and load from configured file. I want you to go ahead and use burp defaults, okay? Then start burp. Now, right now, I want you to go ahead and go into the proxy section, because you're going to use proxy for this one, and go to proxy settings, okay? Now, in proxy settings, I want you to go ahead and look on this one thing right over here. Now, here it is the default port that is used by BurpSuite. It is port 8080. By default, Firefox uses ports like 800443, okay? Now, in order to configure BurpSuite with your Firefox or any of your web browser, you need to go ahead into your Firefox and open this thing right over here. Go here all the way down to settings, okay? Now, when settings is opened into general tab, I want you to go ahead all the way to the bottom, and you will find network settings, okay? Configure how Firefox connects to the internet. Go to settings, all right? You will find use the system proxy settings. Now, the system proxy settings includes port 80 and port 443. Now, in order to change this one, we are going to use manual proxy configuration. And into this thing right over here, the proxy that we are going to write and the port, it is the values that are found on the BurpSuite, okay? As you can see, the values are 127.0.0.1 and the port is 8080, okay? Now we are going to do the same right over here, 127.0.0.1, and right over here at the port, we will go ahead and put in port 8080. Or go ahead and check this box right over here. Also use this proxy for HTTPS, because this one, it was a HTTP proxy, all right? Now, once you are done doing this one, go ahead and click on OK, and you will be done doing everything. One other thing that you need to do before we go ahead and configure these two things together, I want you to open a new tab and go ahead, type in for HTTPS, then put the column, then the / 2 /, then type in burp, okay? Then press enter right over here. As you can see right over here, BurpSuite Community Edition, go ahead and click this one here, CA certificate, and you will download a certificate to be used in Burp. As you can see here, it is the certificate. Now, once you are done downloading the certificate, I want you to go back into the settings tab, and in the settings, I want you to go ahead and search for certificates, okay? And after you have searched for certificates, click on view certificates right over here. Then click right over here in authorities. Make sure it is on authorities. Then click the word import, okay? It will open up your file system, and click the place where you have downloaded the certificate, okay? In this case, it is in the downloads, but as you can see, it has automatically brought me the certificate right over here in the location downloads file, okay? Now I want you to go ahead and click on that, click open, and it will open this thing right over here. The certificate is already installed as certificate authority, okay? I have already done this before. If it is your first time, all you need after you click that, it will give you a prompt to click on OK, and you click on OK, then you will click on OK right over here, and you will be done, like done. Now, right now, what I want you to go ahead is close this one, open your BurpSuite right over here. After you open your BurpSuite into the Intercept tab right over here, I want you to go ahead and click on Intercept, turn on Intercept, okay? Now, once we go back right over here into your Firefox and open your web server, I want you to go ahead and refresh this thing right over here, and as you can see, it will open BurpSuite automatically. As you can see, there is a request to get this website, okay? The URL, here is the URL, okay? Now once you go back here, it will not refresh at all until I come here into the BurpSuite and go ahead and forward this circle right over here, okay? Now once I forward this circle, it will go ahead and open this thing right over here. As you can see, it is refreshing right now because I have already pressed forward, all right? And if you don't want to forward one by clicking on forward, I want you to go ahead and click right over here and click on forward all, then press forward all, and this will forward everything. And when you go back right over here, you will find the page is already refreshed. For example, let's go ahead and do this with another page. For instance, let's say YouTube, all right? Now when you click YouTube right over here, it will get stuck on the new tab directory, right? Now I want you to go ahead and come back into your BurpSuite, and you can see right over here there is a new request. It is called YouTube, okay? Click on that, then forward all, okay? Now as you can see, BurpSuite will forward everything, all right? And once you go back over here, you will find YouTube is loading. As you can see, YouTube has already opened because we have forwarded everything. Now once you go back into the BurpSuite right over here and you click on the word drop, and it will drop everything you want to drop. For example, when you click drop, it will drop all the URLs and all the HTTP requests, okay? Now let me show you one other thing which is actually really cool with BurpSuite. For example, you type in for YouTube, right? And when you go back to BurpSuite, you can see right over here, YouTube is requesting something. When you go all the way down, as you can see, YouTube is requesting something, right? When you click on drop right over here, it will drop that thing, and when you come back right over here, it has actually dropped that circle. As you can see, YouTube, it is actually been dropped. There was an error requesting, okay? The request was dropped by the user. That's actually how cool BurpSuite is. If you want me to make other BurpSuite videos on exactly how to use BurpSuite and what this sucker can be of handy, go ahead and comment down below that you want me to make that BurpSuite video for you, okay? Together with other hacking tools like Wireshark and AirCrackNG, all the hacking tools you want me to make the videos on, go ahead, comment down below, and I'll start a series on BurpSuite, Wireshark, and all of the kind. Now one thing before we end this video, for example, you have a localhost website and it is refusing to connect to BurpSuite, okay? What I want you to go ahead is go right over here, type in about, okay? Then put the columns and then put in config, all right? Type in that, then press enter, and it will open, okay? Proceed with caution, okay? I accept the risk and I continue, okay? Now right over here on the search preference name, I want you to go ahead and type in for network.proxy, all right? Network.proxy. Then right now I want you to go ahead into this network.proxy.allow hijacking localhost. If it is on false, that means you cannot connect it with your localhost website. Now go all the way right over here and click on to turn it true, okay? In the beginning you'll find it on false, click right over here and it will be turned to true, and after that you are done and you are ready to go to connect your own localhost website to BurpSuite, okay? Now here's the simple definition of how BurpSuite actually works. If you type in any web server name right over here, the HTTP GET request will be sent to BurpSuite via port 8080, the one we have just set right over here, okay? Port 8080, right? Now after this thing is sent to port 8080, okay, the HTTP GET request will be brought right over here, and the user will decide either to forward it or to drop it down, okay? Now if it is already forwarded, when you come back to Firefox, it is when you will get the web server up and running, and the vice versa. The traffic from the web server coming back to the Firefox or to your web browser will pass through BurpSuite in port 8080, and the BurpSuite user will decide whether to drop that traffic or to forward that traffic to the specific path, all right? I think that's the simplistic way to summarize everything that is just happening on screen right now. Now with that being said, so make sure you drop a sub into this channel if you want more cybersecurity content, and make sure you go into my YouTube page, go ahead, surf there, you'll find a lot, tons of videos that will be of handy to you, that will be helpful in your cybersecurity journey and things like that. Also, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and I have helped you configure BurpSuite to Firefox or into your Kali machine to be specific, all right? And you have learned something today, make sure you drop a like, comment down below what video you want me to make next. Also, go follow me on IG, but also don't forget to visit the Discord server. There you'll find a lot of hacking, a lot of cybersecurity a lot of penetration testing, a lot of people that you can communicate with and have fun together. All right, share ideas and things of the kind. If you want to get into contact with me, you can use my Gmail, kevdynebusiness@gmail.com, or you can use Discord. My username is actually Kevdyne. All right, I'll go to the Discord server, you will find me there. With that being said, so catch you in the next one. Peace out.